On again.
We show the people of Jamaica Rastafari.
No. Do they like you?
Do you think any of the Rastas have been involved in the killings in Jamaica over the years, or that's somebody else?
To most people who are very conservative in dress, you look quite strange.
Even if the ganja-smoking Marley, ripped out of his head most of the day, seems hard to take seriously, even though the temptation is to laugh at a stoned Jamaican musician who worships a dead Ethiopian dictator, Bob Marley's view of the plight of the black man is hard to knock.
You know, just everybody wanted a piece of him, and they took a piece of him, you know? And it was like hardly any left for him when he really needed it for himself. I remember speaking to him in the morning sometimes, and he wouldn't reply. Hey, Bob, good morning, how you doing? What's up? He just had a lot on his mind.
In the fall of 1980, Bob undertook a tour primarily to reach the black American audience. There were people involved in the promotion of that tour who were trying to get him not, in fact, to go into the hospital for treatment, but to continue on the road with the tour. Why? Well, perhaps an overwhelming reason was the amount of money that would not be made if Bob didn't go out on the road. So it was ultimately a mercenary reason behind that. On Sunday, September 21st, 1980, after doing 2 nights at Madison Square Garden, Bob was jogging in Central Park, and he collapsed and began frothing at the mouth. And they carried him back to the hotel, took him to a doctor, and the doctor found that the melanoma, which had been diagnosed 3 years earlier, had metastasized into his lung and his brain. And basically, he was given just a few weeks to live.
Though he lived on for some months, Bob's health declined rapidly. Chemotherapy came too late. He lost his dreadlocks and his fight against the melanoma.
He looked at himself, at his body, and he says, "This is not me. This is not me, Rita." But I wasn't going to give up on him. And so I tried to keep that outlook, and I'm saying, "Bob, don't leave me. You can't leave me, don't." And I was saying, "Please," you know. And when that breath was taken, I had to rebel. I said, "Don't stop. Go straight to the bosom of the Father Almighty. Sit at his feet and stay there, and he will do the rest. Don't go no other way. Don't change direction." And it was like I was sending him now. I was moving the spirit, and he was moving, because Bob wasn't going to accept death. We knew it was a transition that was in God's hand. It was in the power of the Almighty. Jah had him in the region.
All pirates, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they...
Bob Marley's funeral was held on the 21st of May, 1981. He was 36 years old.
And was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs.
He used to just see himself as a black man, a Rasta man, a ghetto youth, and somebody who had to fight his way out of it. And he really did.
The early rude boy concept, the rebel, is something that never escaped Bob, that he was very proud of, that was always part of his music.
He was football. That was his chess game, you know? Scoring and dodging and faking out and making the move. And he wanted to win everything.
You learn more about him after he's gone. You won't be able to touch him. You won't be able to see him. But he's still fighting a war.
A rebel, man. You know? Who don't have no help and not take no bribe from no one to fight it single-handed with music.